Sure, later.
Hello. Can I help you? Sir. I won't be missing Mr. House, that's a given. The Strip's better off without him. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. You look like you just crawled out of the desert. Don't be carrying any guns into the casino. It was a matter of time before someone got to Mr. House.
Hello? Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Help you? It's good to see such an outstanding citizen of the NCR. What can I do for you, my friend? So I did. As you may have noticed, our position here in New Vegas is tenuous. We've made great strides, sure, but the NCR is not welcome here, merely tolerated. And even then, not by everyone. We've had reports of violence against NCR citizens in a neighborhood just to the northeast called Freeside. Ever been there? I'm inclined to agree, but it's a slum with NCR citizens in it. And as such, it falls under my jurisdiction. Violence is something of a way of life there, but there's been a disturbing rise in the number of attacks on our people lately. More worrying is the fact that our sources suggest the violence is being perpetrated by the gang that runs the place, the Kings. I need someone to look into this that won't attract attention. Would you be interested? Good. Our men have come up with 2 different plans for seeing an end to the violence. First, our sources have tracked most of the attacks back to a king named Pacer. The consensus is that the violence will stop if he's removed. The problem is we can't simply kill him. In the current climate, the NCR would likely be blamed for his death. There is an alternative option, but my sources feel that getting rid of this Pacer fellow is our best shot. Make it look like an accident, or pin the deed on someone else. Look into this guy's affairs and I'm sure you'll find something you can use. See? That's exactly the type of information we can use. In fact, that's perfect. Those fancy weapons the Van Graffs peddle aren't exactly common. It goes without saying that actually getting the Van Graffs to do the deed would be the ideal solution. However, if Pacer were killed with either a laser or a plasma-based weapon, everyone would automatically assume the Van Graffs did it. Still, unless you want several dozen armed men at your throat, you'd have to kill him without being seen. Be careful. I'll leave the method up to you. However, there is an alternative if you'd rather try to handle things without bloodshed. In that case, we could take a different tact, but one that I at least have more experience with: diplomacy. If we can't go after the man responsible, we'll simply appeal to the man above him. The Kings, including our friend Pacer, report to the leader of their gang, the man who calls himself the King. He's Caucasian, in his mid-30s, and extremely charismatic. It's that last part we're counting on. The Kings are a bunch of young hoodlums who aren't inclined to listen to anyone except him. Get him on your side, and the rest will fall in line. Go and talk to the King. Try to convince him to put an end to this violence. Pacer's a punk, but he won't likely disobey a direct order. The King might not be open to the idea at first, so you may have to integrate yourself with him. Do whatever it takes. When it's done, one way or the other, report back here, and we'll take it from there. I wish you luck. If you run into some difficulty and think you'd rather just take the shot with Pacer, that's fine too.
What is it? Okay. Yeah.
That red beret's looking good.
What is it? If that's what you think. I'll make my way there.
I've been saving up for one of those sweet pistols at the Silver Rush. That'll get me some respect.
There's talk of someone going into the Lucky 38 to talk to Mr. House. That's bullshit. Everyone knows Mr. House doesn't talk to anyone. Saw a guy try to rush through the south gate a few days ago. Nothing left but dust, you know.
Things have been a lot better since you helped with those soldier boys. Thanks again. So, what can I do for you? I'd like to help you out, especially considering all you've done. But that's a pretty big favor you're asking for, and you've already used yours. Was there anything else you wanted? All right. I'll see you later.
I've got my eye on you. You cross the Kings, you'll regret it.
Is it true? Is Mr. House gone? Man, I thought those tin cans of Mr. House's were tough before. Have you seen the shit they can do now?
Sure, later.
I won't be missing Mr. House. That's a given. The Strip's better off without him. With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out. Hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Freeside situation? Yes? Do you have something to report? That's most unfortunate. In this circumstance, I've been instructed to send you along to Colonel Moore over at Hoover Dam for further orders. The Colonel will likely send you back to Freeside with a squad of armed men, for all the good that will do. Oh, I like the Colonel just fine. She's a good soldier, one of the best. I just don't think her general approach to things is a good fit here. See, the Colonel likes to solve things neatly, quickly, and efficiently through a show of force if possible and through actual force if necessary. That won't work here. Unless she plans on killing half the population of Freeside, sending soldiers to the area will only make things worse. I'd suggest you speak to Colonel Shu over at Camp McCarran. He's much more level-headed about this sort of thing. He's also in a better position to bargain with the people of Freeside, seeing as how he's in charge of water and power distribution in the area. Still, I'm only mentioning it as an option. My official orders are to direct you to Colonel Moore. Godspeed. It was a matter of time before someone got to Mr. House. I won't be missing Mr. House. That's a given. The Strip's better off without him.
Hey.
Something I can do for you? Yes? What is it? Ah, that. I'm surprised he didn't send you to Colonel Moore. That'd be her jurisdiction. Because he's looking to avoid a bloodbath. I get it. He knows me. All right. Moore's not gonna like it, but that's for Crocker to worry about. Go to the leader of the Kings and tell him that I'll make sure Freeside gets more water, power, and food, as long as the violence there stops.
Over here! big showdown between the NCR and the Legion is coming soon. Believe you me.
Evening. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter. With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out. Evening.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Word is those tough guy Rangers are here. I ain't seen them myself, but how scary can they be?
With House dead, we'll have Vegas annexed before the year's out. It's been a long tour. All I can think about now is going back home.
Is it true? Is Mr. House gone? Hey there. You're okay in my book.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole.
Okay, I need some answers now. These guys just barged in here and said they were under orders to keep me here until you arrived. I'm about 5 seconds away from telling my men to take them down, so speak fast. That sounds fair. And all I have to do is try to tone down the attacks on the squatters, you say?
This is bullshit. Why are we even talking about dealing with these guys?
Pace, this isn't really a good time to have this discussion.
Wrong. This is exactly the right time. I'm about to prevent you from making a huge mistake.
Pace, don't do this. I won't stand with you if you do.
Then I'll stand on my own, just like I always have. Just like a king should.
Watch out! One of the Ranger vets looked at me, and I just about surrendered.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me and I just about surrendered.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I can't believe Pace is gone. He was always right here, you know? Always cracking me up with some story or another. Anyway, what did you want? All right. I'll see you later.
One of the Ranger vets looked at me, and I just about surrendered. Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Sure, later.
Wish I could have been there to see Caesar die. What an asshole. Hello. I trust you have something to report concerning the Freeside situation? Yes. How did it go? Good, good. Shu's a man you can count on to handle a crisis. I'm just glad that things didn't end in violence. Here. This is what remains of the funds initially allocated for this operation. Also, I've been directed to send you on to Colonel Moore at Hoover Dam. She's been following my reports on your exploits with some interest. As I don't have any further assignments for you, I'd recommend going to see her if you need more work.
Move along.
Hey. Is it time? I'm ready when you are.